Um, Hi, I'm Vincent Lee. I am the Chinese caster for LPL. I mean, I use the Chinese caster because I'm pretty much the only Chinese caster who speaks English. So, I've been interviewed by Hai last year. I've been casting for competitive League of Legends ever since 2011, I believe. So yeah, it's been a long time, and I've always been casting. I used to cast for GPL, and in back in 2014, I moved to Shanghai and started casting for LPL.
And since IG have successfully made it into the final, let's talk about that first. If you wanted to describe IG as a team to Western audience, how would you describe them?
IG is very famous of being like super brutal and violent. They attack their attack speed, their pace of attacking is like super fast. They would do a lot of early game, like early game, say, what's the word? Yeah, they would do a lot of like early game invasion, and they love to do a lot of like three-man gang or tower diving, and then they'll try to snowball until the end of the game. That's their signature playing style. But on the other side, IG doesn't really have a lot of like strategic moving around the map. They don't do like a lot of macroing. In short, IG is a very good micro team, not a macro one.
Then how has IG done historically against other LPL teams? Where do they stand?
I mean, like looking back in the recent 4 years or so, they weren't actually doing very well in their own region in LPL. It's mostly because like traditional LPL, like strong LPL teams like RNG, WE, EDG are always blocking them. So, like take this year, this whole year, for example, IG won like 18 consecutive games in sprint split, and they also won 18 games out of 19 regular season games in summer split, but they missed the champ, the summer champ, and the spring champ. They missed the both. So it was like it's a little bit you could say it's upsetting, but that's just what's about IG. They are not like super consistent. They're not a super consistent team. They are very explosive, but I wouldn't describe them as consistent.
So besides their solo laner being strong, what are other advantages IG has? What are other weaknesses of them?
So actually, yes, their top laner and their mid laner are both very strong, but that's not just it. So I would say if I could say that, Nin is also a very like aggressive jungler, and also Jackie Love is a very aggressive marksman, marksman player. So actually, the whole team is super aggressive. It's not just about the solo lanes. Although I mean, the Shy and Rookie did play super well in the semifinals, but that's that's not the whole thing. It requires also the junglers' cooperation, and also their AD marksman player is also very super aggressive. That's why the whole team could do like super forward pushing and trying to set up a lot of ganks and dives. That's just their style. But like what I just said, they're not consistent. The weakness of IG could be like if their attack strategy are blocked or somewhat sabotaged, they would sometimes go the wrong way, maybe make a wrong dive, maybe make a wrong gank, and that usually cost them the whole game because they're not that kind of a team that could come back from a very bad situation. That's their major weakness of IG, I think.
So the LPL has not won a world yet.
Yeah.
Historically, what was the reason for this?
I do not think there is a like decisive reason of why LPL isn't getting any champion yet. I think it's because LCK was too strong and blocking everybody else in the past few years. So this year, with the downfall of LCK, I think that's the reason why we can see such a colorful worlds this year. That's the main reason. I would not say, if I have to say something, I would say it's because it's not like the whole reason, but it's partially because LPL players, they are younger, and probably their mindsets are not that good. Their mindsets are probably a little bit more immature. That could be part of the reason, but not the whole thing.
Okay, so one major criticism regarding LPL teams is that they can get early leads, but they have issue closing the game.
Yeah.
Is that still true?
I wouldn't say so, because this year, I would say this meta, the current meta, it's just super heavy snowballing. So while LPL is constantly trying to correct that error you just mentioned, that they're not very good at closing games, I think this whole year, this whole 2018 season, LPL teams are trying to fortify their ability to, snowballing and closing games. So that isn't really the major issue anymore. And plus, I think because of the current meta, snowballing is like super strong. The momentum is just too heavy to stop. So no, I don't think that's true anymore.
If IG being the first LPL team to win the world, what are your thoughts on that, and how it will affect the whole League of Legends community around the world?
It actually depends. So I'll split that into two parts. I split my answer into two parts. The first part is for LPL, like LPL official, LPL fans, LPL players. The impact would be like super strong, because just like what you just said, LPL never actually won the title. So we are desperate. We are dying to have one. That's the current situation. Everybody is just waiting for it. That's so what's gonna happen if IG really get the championship? I think LPL would thrive, and there will be like more capital investment next year, and the whole thing will just go crazy. So that's for LPL side, but for like Western world, especially Europe, because this year Europe also gets into finals, right? So for Europe, that would be bad. I would say that would be bad, but that would also be like stimulating, because EU teams haven't been in the finals for so many years. So it's actually also stimulating. So I think even like if Europe actually get the title, they would also go crazy, right? But if they don't, they have done very well so far. So it's actually still very like exciting.